This is Dennis with agppro.com. We're going to be talking a little bit about finding holes in your vinyl liner. If you're losing water, there must be a reason, so we're going to discuss it. But first, let's determine if you really are losing water. Use the evaporation test. Take a 5-gallon bucket, fill it with water, about 2/3. Take a magic marker, mark where the water level is, and do the same on the inside of the pool liner. Mark where the water level is. And after a week, you want to measure the water in the bucket, how far it's got dropped down, and the same with the pool. How far has the water dropped down? Okay, they should be about the same, maybe ½ inch to an inch normally. Okay, that's evaporation. It's going to be the same in the bucket as it is in the pool. Okay, that's not a leak in the pool. So once you figure that out, then we can go on to finding the leaks. Okay. Now, what a lot of people tell me, that as their pool drains, it stops at about halfway, so therefore the hole must be above that halfway mark somewhere. And that's not the case. So you can't rely on that. The less water pressure you have on the holes that are on the bottom of the pool, which is where holes normally are, on the bottom of the pool, the less pressure pushing down on those holes, the less they're going to leak. And yeah, there comes a point at about the halfway point where they can kind of seal themselves up with rocks or pebbles or sand base or whatever, dirt, but they will seal themselves to where there's almost no leakage at that point. So that's not a good way to find holes, because you'll spend the next year searching around that water line around the top trying to figure out where that hole is, but it's not going to be there. Okay, holes on the bottom of the pool. If they're around the outer edge of the pool, you're going to have a wet spot. That is, if the pool is out of the ground enough to where you can see the ground and the bottom rail, the bottom of the pool, you're going to have a wet spot. If it's sunk in the ground, that's not going to help any. But if there's a wet spot around the outside of the pool, your hole is going to be on the inside of the pool, right in that coving area. That's pretty easy to spot. That's the easiest one to spot. If you're losing a lot of water with no wet spots, the hole is out near the center somewhere. Okay. Any way you look at it, you need to get inside the pool, and you need to get some goggles, because that's the best way to do it. Okay. Dive down. If the hole is on the outer edge, look right at the top of the cove. A lot of times a vacuum will kick and nick right at that top area, and that's going to cause a hole. Holes on the bottom. If it's a tear or a rip and you're on a sand base, you may see some sand in one area, but walk the whole area. Normally a hole out in the middle area is going to give you a mushy spot. If you find a mushy spot, dive down and investigate. If it's pinholes all across the bottom, you probably won't see a thing. You just know you're losing water. Those are the hardest ones to find. That's where you just pretty much give up with the goggles and drain the pool, crawl under the liner and say, yep, there's 100 holes up there. That's probably new liner time. But so those are the basic methods. Search the outer edge, look for wet spots around the outside of the pool, look for mushy spots on the inside of the pool, maybe a dirt or sandy area where the sand or the dirt's coming up through the hole. Good sized holes, you'll know. If you look close enough, you'll know when you find it. And those can all be patched. It's the thousands of pinholes that can't. So hope that helps them.